The nominating committee of the 5th Quadrennial Session of Guyana Conference of Seventh-day Adventists is recommending for the presidency of Guyana Conference of Seventh-day Adventists the late Pastor Exton.
And with that, the Guyana Conference of Seventh-day Adventists has replaced the former president with a new one. Pastor Exton Clark served as the executive secretary with the last administration. He is replacing Pastor A. Richard James and will serve for the next 4 years as the leader of the local conference. Also topping out the administrator's spots were Pastor Jamal Sanko, the executive secretary, and Ravina Harinot as treasurer. In some exclusive comments, all three of the new administrators pledged their commitment and dedication to fulfilling their roles and growing the church. Pastor Bertie Henry, the Caribbean Union Conference treasurer, was on hand to encourage a very shocked and overwhelmed Harinot. Coming from the union and having served there for a while, how much can she depend on you to hold her hand through this process?
Fully. I'm going to be there for her every step of the way. She just needed, I'm just phone call away. And we would either come, send down, whatever we need to do. That's what we're here for.
Now, how do you feel being assured by your senior treasurer? How does that make you feel?
I have help and I can get this done with help. Not alone, but with help.
Yes, God is going to do it.
The executive secretary, Pastor Jamal Sanko, with his wife Megan cuddled in his arms, expressed shock and surprise at his appointment.
This is actually the greatest surprise of my life. I only envision God's leadership, my submission to His will, support of my family, and see God do great things as we follow His divine leadings. I feel like I'm but a lad to do a major work for God and His church.
Newly minted President Exton Clark said that he has some plans that will be rolled out after discussions with his new team members.
There are a number of things I'm thinking about which I probably will not disclose at this point. I'll want to meet with the other leaders and, just try and filter with them some of the thoughts that I have, and I will share that subsequently.
You serve as the executive secretary for the last 4 years. How surprised were you with this appointment?
By virtue of being secretary, you would have been in the limelight of administration, and therefore it puts you in a context where you would be considered for leadership. I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but of course I wasn't really expecting it. But of course, in these positions, when you serve, anything can happen.
Pastor Clark then addressed his 64,000 strong local and overseas members.
I'd just like to say to the constituency that the Seventh-day Adventist Church remains committed to biblical principles. We remain a church committed to service, to building people and building community. And I believe that within the next 4 years, we will continue that trust and to ensure that we do all we can by God's help to transform lives across this constituency for the glory of God and for the blessing of this nation.
For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.